Welcome to the eSports Report. On this week's episode, we take a look at Counter-Strike's resurgence.
Look at the even Khan jumping up, one of the most...
We catch up on what's happening in the Eastern and Western League of Legends scenes. And we have all the results from the last 2 weeks of STARCRAFT competition.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the eSports Report. Today we're going to be going over all of the biggest news in esports from the past 2 weeks. And Desi, what a 2 weeks it's been. The world's best gamers banking over $2.5 million from tournaments around the globe.
Not too shabby. First off, let's talk Counter-Strike. In the early part of the 2000s, this game was arguably the premier esport title. But as the scene grew, Counter-Strike had to take a backseat to games like STARCRAFT and League of Legends.
In 2012, Valve released a new version of the game and has been quietly tweaking it for the community. The changes seem to have paid off over the past 6 months as Counter-Strike tournaments have increased in frequency, the prize money has gone up, and last weekend, Valve recorded the highest amount of concurrent players on their servers with over 100,000 people playing at one time.
2 weeks ago, the top players of the game traveled to China to compete at MSI Beat It, where 22 grand was up for grabs. In the grand finals, the favorites to win Very Games faced off against Fnatic in a best-of-3 match. Shoxy from Very Games set the tone of the series with 2 back-to-back aces in the pistol rounds.
Great early kills coming out from Shoxy, a triple kill in fact, 2 of them headshots, 3 of them headshots. Very good stuff. I mean, with an opening like that, it's really hard to lose around. There's the 4th one, there's the ace from Shoxy. He just killed every single player on Fnatic. Schneider gets that kill, but Shoxy is ready for more. He got the ace in the first round, and now he's picking up a triple kill. Quad kill, no way, Shoxy! Oh my god, another ace coming in. Both pistol rounds.
Makes it look easy.
Man, such dirty pistol shots there, but he can do it all, not just with the pistol.
Very Games went on to close out the second game 16-10 to sweep the series 2 games to nothing.
Here comes the push to the B bomb side. Shoxy gonna pick off one onto Schneider, and NBK's here. They're getting trapped in a crossfire, and this could be the grand finals of the MSI Beat It 2013 tournament, going to Very Games 16-10.
为我们的冠军队伍搬上他们的特别奖品，由微星科技提供的笔记本，一共5台，1人1台。
Very Games pocketed $10,000 for the victory, and Fnatic went home with 7.
The second place finish at Beat It left Fnatic hungry for more, and luckily for them, Dreamhack was right around the corner. The prize money for first at Dreamhack was 10 times that of the China tournament and would more than make up for their near victory.
With a total prize pool of $250,000, the Dreamhack Winter CSGO tournament was the largest in the game's history. The competition attracted the best in the world, including Very Games and Ninjas in Pajamas. As a result of their victories at the ESL Finals in Cologne and Beat It, VG were the favorites going into the tournament. However, the squad would fall to NIP in the semifinals. This set up an all-Swedish grand final between Fnatic and Ninjas in Pajamas.
A record 100,000 people tuned in for the epic grand finals battle.
Fnatic opened up the series with an impressive T-side comeback against NIP on Dust 2 to win Game 1 16-14.
Can they go for more? Currently a 2-on-3 situation. It's just Freiburg can get right, left and get right. The Max 7 does not work at that range. Unless they don't have head armor, it's really too far. He's gonna go down. It's all on Freiburg. 1-on-3, gets the first kill, and that's it. 16-14. Fnatic take the first map.
NIP bounced back with a 16-6 victory on Inferno, but it just wasn't enough because Fnatic dominated Game 3 on Train 16-2 to become Dreamhack Winter Champions.
So good to see Fnatic on top, and these guys were pumped up. Check out this pants move.
Classy.
So Counter-Strike bouncing back, absolutely enormous competition going down there in Sweden. The Fnatic squad leaves Dreamhack with $100,000 in their pocket and a new bullseye on their back.
Congratulations to them. And to shed some more light on Counter-Strike's recent resurgence, we reached out to one of the godfathers of the scene, Sir Scoots. He was kind enough to sit down with us earlier in the week to put all of the recent developments into perspective.
My name is Scott Smith. I go by the online nickname of Sir Scoots. Counter-Strike kind of fell out of favor in the last couple years, dominated by much bigger games, audience share-wise. New version CSGO drops, much more excitement for the game. You know, we've had several versions of the game, but all of them have separated communities and not unified communities for a variety of reasons. So Counter-Strike Go is the first time, for lack of a better word, that Valve really cared about the game. If they've tucked Dota under this arm, they've tucked Counter-Strike Go under this one. Fast forward to Dreamhack. And so I reached out to say, hey, can I help with production? You know, and they went, we'd love to have you, but you're not doing production. And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? And they said, we'd love you to come and kind of co-anchor our desk and provide kind of historical, US-based, old school passion kind of representation on our stream. And so this is the niche we'd like you to fit. And I said, sign me up, you know, when do I fly out? The event itself was full of all sorts of storylines, depending on which way you want to come from it. The clash of NIP versus Fnatic in the grand finals was amazing. It was unexpected. First up, everyone thought it would be NIP versus Very Games. Very Games has had their number, NIP's number for the last couple tournaments, and we all thought that was going to be a rematch in the grand finals. The cool thing about the grand finals is you have NIP and Fnatic that are both old school Counter-Strike brands of different eras, but both in their own right dominated the scene. But standing behind the players were two Counter-Strike legends. Karn is the chief gaming officer of Fnatic. He's the ex-strat caller, ex-superstar of the Fnatic lineup when they were kicking everyone's ass. And then against him, one of the owners of the team NIP is an ex-Counter-Strike player of SK and other teams in his own right, a superstar in Heaton. So to me, it was these two storylines. You have these two badass rosters going after each other, and then you had two badass owner managers behind them kind of going after each other. On top of that, you have Complexity that not only got out of their groups, but they beat Very Games and Astana Dragons. Arguably the number 1 team coming into the tournament in Very Games and the number 3 team, Astana Dragons, in the tournament. You know, any FPS is a very hard game to properly show the excitement and the skill level. Whether it's Call of Duty or Counter-Strike, very hard to show how hard that shot was, how intense that rotation was, or how in-depth the strats are. Valve never used to care. Now Valve cares about it just like they care about Dota. And we all know the crazy cool shit they're doing to Dota. There were 3 Counter-Strike Go developers, maybe even more, at the event. Most game companies send PR people to events. They don't send coders to events. And that speaks volumes to what Valve cares about. One of the coolest things about Dota is you can buy an EG banner. You can buy a Liquid banner. You can buy a Na'Vi banner. And a slice of that money goes to the teams, right? Teams need all the revenue streams they can get. So they're thinking about that kind of stuff, going, okay, well, maybe we can do team jerseys. Maybe we can do team weapon skins. Again, all cosmetic, nothing affecting gameplay whatsoever. And when they care about your game, like, there's no one cooler. You know, the StarCraft fans are still waiting for Blizzard to really care about the eSports side of their game, right? Whereas Valve now, like I said, tucked us under their wing, and they care. So I think this next year is going to get even crazier for Counter-Strike fans.
When we come back, we take a look at what's going on in League of Legends.
Through them as well. Mad Life gonna fall. This is bad news for Frost.
Castro stops by to talk about Call of Duty Online and Envy's recent trip to China. And we have the top 5 plays of the week. Stay tuned.
Over the course of the last 2 weeks, more than a half dozen League of Legends tournaments took place around the world. The biggest of these were the Lpl Finals in China. The match saw 2 Chinese teams, OMG and Positive Energy, competing for the $80,000 first place prize.
OMG showed why they'd been on top of the summer season, with San positioning perfectly in team fights.
先手来了，躲开，哇！
直接被打出被动，
龙女飞了上去，
白白的被打出了被动，然后交闪现死掉了，被恐惧。不过这边瑞文切的不错，一个大但没有出大道，没大道，卡萨内被打死了。 奥巴马放了一个大板，卡萨利手
奥巴马
3杀
4杀。
Down in the series 2-1, PE stayed positive and let Name guarantee a Game 5.
这边的话看这波团，独鹿这个大很漂亮，很漂亮的一个大招，应该能先杀了EZ，先杀了EZ，好的，紧接着再杀了9头，维要收割了，这波继续追，再点一下出来，漂亮，3个，4个，
一个人跑掉了
，4个，
队友很
大龙
4杀，
这是要大龙，这波。
Positive Energy banned out the problematic Lucian in Game 5, and they really seemed to solve their purple side woes as they turned an early lead into a methodical victory.
一天的节奏啊！这波团打完之后可以大龙。
Positive Energy leaves with the biggest prize. OMG once again falls just short of victory. Now, for those of you that don't remember, they finished 3rd, 4th at Worlds, with their only loss in bracket play coming at the hands of Royal Club. Royal Club comes in 4th as a result of a DQ in the semifinals. Midway through bracket play, they switched their lineup, which of course made them ineligible for further matches.
A little bit of controversy there. Right after LPL, 2 more tournaments took place in Asia. IEM Singapore and the WCG Grand Finals. At IEM Singapore, Invictus Gaming and CJ Entus Frost made it to the Grand Finals. Invictus Gaming managed to take Game 1 after repeatedly converting Frost's failed ganks into their own kills.
The ultimate, can they lock them up? Great shockwave will actually pull both back. Are they going to be able to finish? Here comes the Shen ultimate as well. Assault and Battery comes down to Helios, and again they turn around a kill.
In Game 2, IG taught Frost why Fiddlesticks is a champion to fear as his initiations led the Chinese team to a 2-0 victory.
Belly slam picks up the kill, but now they have to back away. Good equalizer from PDD. He's right on the front line. The Cullen is absolutely ripping through them as well. Mad Life gonna fall. This is bad news for Frost. They've got a 3-for-1 at this point. They may lose this in a...
They received.
Invictus takes home $25,000 for their victory. We should also mention Singapore hosted an amateur tournament at the event where CGA Legends placed first.
And finally, WCG was the 3rd major tournament in Asia. The finals for League of Legends saw Korea and China battle it out once more, with CJ Entus Blaze and OMG representing their respective countries. Blaze's recently revamped roster was clicking on all cylinders all tournament long, and the finals, they were no exception.
Right now for OMG, they're going to get the Baron and Blaze turning around. They catch
The
Loveland
CJ Entus squad managed to blaze through the tournament without dropping a single game.
Is he? He is. Never mind, he is. Oh, actually, no, they decided to kill Name first.
Name decided to jump in front of the Cougar Claws
What
to
a-
save his
what a
buddy
brave-
Cool.
What a loyal friend.
Gold medalists for this event are Korea, CJ Entus Blaze.
获得金牌的是来自韩国的 CJ Entus Blaze。
Blaze goes home with 30 grand for their win, and OMG adds another 20K to their winnings. All right, Puckett, so based on what's happened in the last few weeks, let's talk about who comes out on top in the prize pool standings.
Well, if you add up the team's winnings, Positive Energy is the clear winner. Now, despite only winning LPL, the prize for first was big enough there to catapult them to the top of the list. OMG comes in second with their 2 consecutive second-place victories, and WE, they finished 3rd with $42,000. Now, what's interesting here is despite coming in 3rd, things are looking pretty rocky for WE. Earlier this week, there were many rumors circulating that the jungler Man and their support player FZZF are being poached by another team. 2 of their other players are also considering retiring, so this may leave the team in a very scary place.
Wow, well, let's hope that they can work that out. Now, while all of this was going on in Asia, the Western world saw 2 of their own tournaments take place. The first was IEM Cologne in Germany, and the second was Dreamhack in Sweden. IEM saw Gambit Gaming and Fnatic meet up in the grand finals.
Gambit in the final?
Gambit looked to be in top form as they followed Alex Itch's rock-solid initiations to victory in Game 1.
Not going to be anywhere near this one. Oh, he thought about it. Look, he came around the side and immediately saw Alex just peek around the corner. He's going to get caught. He's going to get destroyed. That is a complete multi-kill, and it's going to become all she wrote for Fnatic. That will be Gambit surely taking Game 1 here. And really, what a fantastic performance they've put in.
I think if we sum this up, all this game is about is Domoy. I think that's pretty much it.
In Game 2, Diamond's repeated visits to bottom lane gave Gambit the advantage they really needed to put the series in the bag.
Here comes Diamond. Cyanide is a dead man. He will fall to that one. And now they chase in Genja, rooted under the tower. He's got enough. Yeah. One hit would have done that one as Peke and Alex each going to go head-to-head. The charm actually landing, both down to about half HP, but Peke's got no mana left here. Alex has not got his ultimate available. That was used earlier on. There's low health pings going somewhere on the map. Yeah, Peke is probably dead from this one. Misses the charm. Flash over the wall from Diamond. That's another one. 7-1-6.
The only thing I did was being in like 1 kill on Peke in mid lane and the other like coming to bot lane. But otherwise, like Diamond was killing everyone everywhere because I think he was raged because he got first blooded. So he just wanted the revenge.
Gambit takes home nearly 20 grand for their victory. This is their 4th IEM win in 5 attempts. In the amateur tournament, Copenhagen Wolves were the top placing squad, and they earned $17,000.
$17K for an amateur tournament, not bad, Copenhagen Wolves. And finally, guys, Dreamhack hosted the last of the League of Legends majors. The event saw 8 teams clash for roughly $30,000 in prizes. SK Gaming and KMT met up in the finals.
KMT came out with a convincing Game 1, and they looked in position to do the same in Game 2, but you know, SK Gaming had other plans.
They're taking a lot of damage from the Baron right now. It's not going down as fast as they're expecting. Nif is going to be falling in the meanwhile, though. Explosive cast comes through. The Baron is still being picked up from Selva. They're changing targets right now. Vander's being crushed by it. Zazz is very low. Jankos is very low. And Lee Sin comes in and will be taking away the Baron. Spence Guerin coming out huge here.
After the Baron steal, it was just all SK Gaming who clawed their way to a Game 2 victory and coasted through Game 3 to win. SK is rewarded with approximately $10,000, and KMT walks away with 5. Now, for those of you looking to earn some cash of your own, you need to check out the Infinite Crisis Winter Open. There's over $7,000 in prizing up for grabs. Weekly tournaments start off this weekend with $500 given away each and every Sunday. If you do well, you'll earn points which will qualify you for the $5,000 invitational. The finals of every tournament are going to be broadcast right here on MLG.tv, so go sign up right now at MLG.tv/IC Winter Open.
Get your Infinite Crisis on. Guys, when we return, we have the highlights from the last 2 weeks of StarCraft 2 competition. My boy Hastro is going to share his thoughts on Call of Duty Online. And we count down the top 5 plays from the past 2 weeks in eSports.
Rocks there, kind of dividing this force up.
The StarCraft world saw several competitions take place over the past 2 weeks. The first was Bull Battlegrounds. In a stunning turn of events, the grand finals saw the 2012 WCS champion Parting take on the 2013 WCS champion SOS. Parting opened up the series with some choice words for his opponent.
SOS, I don't believe you are the world champion. I kill you.
Parting backed up his trash talk by taking the first win in the series, crushing SOS's expansion attempt.
Such a tense spot. He actually needs to block his ramp, but no, the Stalkers begin to make their way up. It doesn't matter if the time warp's there. A Void Ray has joined in. It's going to be a Photon overcharge in the main, not at the expansion. SOS has to hurry up and cancel his expansion. Now he does. New flux of money for SOS doesn't guarantee anything except that he is on the ropes and needs to spend money properly fast.
Yeah, I mean, this is really rough, especially with that Void Ray in the mix. There are the 2 gates to build off of, but that is a lot of units. There it is, GG, a quick Game 1.
The two traded games until Parting closed out the series in Game 5. He held off SOS's aggression, fended off Blink Stalker and Warp Prism Harass, and eventually crushed SOS with one huge push.
He has defeated the 2013 WCS champion from just a few weeks ago. Give it up for Parting!
I am real world champion.
The victory sent Parting home with $20,000. SOS left with half that amount.
After winning his second straight Home Story Cup a few weeks ago, Tasia looked to add a second consecutive Dreamhack title to his resume. In the finals, he met up with Life, who he had beaten earlier in the tournament. Tasia took down the Zerg again in the grand finals and secured the title.
For defense, but 60 supply lead for Tasia, moving towards the natural. Drone's getting snapped up. He's got the economy, he has the army, he has
have to fight, but they don't want to fight against 3-3 Marines in the finals. They really don't want to take this fight, and Tasia is taking a massive lead. It looks like Tasia is going to do it.
Final unit GG! Tasia is your winner for the Dreamhack Winter 2013 Grand Final.
So he says that first of all, he's really happy that he was able to get that large, prize money that he so wanted. And second of all, he says before the game started, when he stepped into the booth and he was just practicing and prepping up, he said that he just felt really, really bad, but just because of the setup and just in general. But he says in the first game, he really thought he was going to lose, but somehow, just unbelievably, he was able to win. And from that, he was able to gain the confidence to carry him through the rest of the series to take the whole thing.
The confident Terran put another $30,000 into his bank account. Life is going to walk away with 15. Patience and Innovation coming in third and fourth place.
Good job, Tasia. Now over in China, even more StarCraft action was taking place at the WCG Grand Finals. WCS Season 3 runner-up Sulky was the favorite heading into the final match against CJ Entus's Sora. Sora was able to take a close first Game 1 against Sulky, but Sulky rallied back with 3 wins in a row to take the $30,000 first prize.
Corruptor count, I think it's simply too much. One Colossus remains. JJ is called. Sulky is your WCG 2013 World Cyber Games Champion.
The gold medalists will be presented with prize money of $13,000 US, as well as Samsung Electronics Galaxy Note 3 and gear.
Parting placed just outside the grand finals, earning $7,500 for the third place finish. With Parting, SOS, and Tasia winning so many tournaments recently, we just had to check in with SC2 earnings to see who was really the big winner. SOS's win at the WCS Grand Finals still gives him a big lead over the other two, but despite placing outside the top 8 at that event, Tasia is only 40 grand behind SOS.
Tasia making some moves there. At the end of a long weekend, CJ Entus's Hero and San met in an all-Protoss final at IEM Singapore. In the finals, Hero found himself behind 2-0 to San. The CJ Entus Protoss gained his composure though and rallied back, winning 4 straight games to take the series.
Through aggression here, both players want to fight it out. The Oracle has to be countered at home though.
The Oracle absolutely has to be countered. There's 2 Stalkers already there though. San is on top of it. Even Hero had to pull off probes to really make this happen, and the pylon is still up there. It is taking a little bit of fire, and the Stalkers are going down for San. Hero has taken a significant supply advantage.
You know why? Because he was able to kill 5 probes with the Oracle. In the meantime, with some great shift attacking on those probes, he's gonna find himself on 20 probes against 17.
The victory earns Hero another $10,000. San is going to leave IEM Singapore with $4K for a second place finish.
When we return, we check out what happened in the Dota 2 competition at Dreamhack.
Congratulations, Zendi. Thank you.
Hastro drops by to talk about the latest Call of Duty game you probably haven't heard of. And we have the top 5 plays of the week.
Goes down, but there's no time.
The Dreamhack Winter Dota 2 tournament had quite a few familiar faces fighting for a piece of the $50,000 prize pool. After falling to Fnatic in the winners bracket finals, Na'Vi got a chance for a rematch in the finals. The Ukrainians 3-0'd Alliance in the losers bracket and came into that final match as if they were a whole new team. They went on to crush Fnatic 3-0 in the rematch. A level 1 team fight in the third game snowballed into a 17-minute victory for Na'Vi.
Trying to get him away to safety. Then the Enchantress heal as well, leveled up by Puppy. Now the 1 second zone. Nortali's going to go down right now. He needs one more hit. Puppy's low. Nortali does die. Glorious Larson is the win. And now Denny comes back into the fight. Fly, Harney, battling up with the Vorce and Funnick. This pair's holding hands. Early imprisonment from Denny. Is slowing down Era. One last blast, but now he will go down. The Enchantress took the ball up next to T1 Tower. Trixie dived in so far for that one. Well, we get 2 for 1 in favor of Na'Vi. 1 kill for OD, 1 kill for Windrunner, 1 kill for...
You've been the unsung hero of the tournament as well, so we're going to give you a couple words to you as well. Anything you want to say?
It was great games. I don't know. Thank you everyone too. It was a great tournament. All participants were really strong. GG, well played to Fnatic, and have a nice day.
Rounding out the top 4 were the Alliance and Team Liquid. In the 3 tournaments Na'Vi has played in during the last 3 weeks, they've placed first twice and third, fourth once.
All right, now let's talk some Call of Duty. Team Envious traveled to the Tencent Games Carnival in Shanghai for a promotional tournament. Tencent recently struck up a partnership with Activision that allowed them to develop a Call of Duty game targeted specifically toward the Chinese market. Here to tell us more about Shanghai and the game is Envy's Hastro.
Hi, my name is Hastro. That's my gamer tag. Real name is Mike Raphael. I'm currently part team owner and manager for Team Envious. So visiting Shanghai was, an opportunity that none of us could really pass up, and it came at a time when we had a really busy schedule. We had to leave directly from MLG Columbus and head all the way to China, which was a 15-hour flight. So immediately when we hit the ground, it was just a completely different scenario, I guess, from what we're used to living here in the US. Activision, along with their partner Tencent Games, is releasing a free-to-play version of Call of Duty in China called Call of Duty Online. So we were there to play the game and against Chinese professional players on the PC. So I think the way Call of Duty Online is set up is really interesting. I think it offers a chance for a lot of people out there to experience the game. I feel like when you're taking a game like Call of Duty and introducing it to as big of a market as China is, I feel like it makes complete sense to have it a free-to-play game where you can still upgrade and do things with microtransactions that allow them to continually develop the game and spend money on it, but also expose a large number of people really quickly to a game that's so good like Call of Duty. It was a really, really cool game to play because it used a lot of elements of from Call of Duty that were really familiar to us. And I think it's going to be a platform that they can build on there for the Chinese fans. So we are traditionally a console gaming team, but we do actually play a lot of PC games. And we had 2 days to get ready to play the Chinese players who have been accustomed to playing PC shooters, their whole lives. So we went into it just kind of a little skeptical of how we would do, but to be honest, we use our game knowledge of Call of Duty. That's what kept us in the matches against the Chinese professionals. We actually won more maps than we lost there, and we took their best team down to the final map and really the final round of S&D. And in this S&D round, that's basically like an overtime round that they kind of used as a moniker of who would kind of take the exhibition, but there was no real declared winner technically, but we did win more maps than we lost out there in Shanghai. And we just had tons of respect for the Chinese players. And I mean, I think that the Chinese people themselves are really excited about the game. And if it takes off there, then I think that they alone can drive a big market for Call of Duty eSports worldwide. We look forward to doing this more. I mean, that's something that we were just talking about as a team out there. The fact that we got the chance to visit China and experience a trip like this by being a professional team, it was something that it really, I guess, opened up our eyes and let us know that we have a big sport on our hands, and in the future, hopefully there are going to be more things around the world for us to experience, as well as anybody else willing to get into esports.
All right, so it sounds like Hastro and the boys had a pretty good time over there in China.
Absolutely. Now, while StarCraft, Counter-Strike, and League of Legends were the most talked about tournaments, WCG and Dreamhack, they still put up some prize money for several other smaller titles. World of Tanks saw the Ukrainian Team Dignitas take home the biggest prize. Japan dominated the Street Fighter competition in both tournaments. All right, good stuff, but now it is time for the top 5. Take it away, Puckett.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It is time for our top 5 plays from the esports world in the last 2 weeks. And kicking off the action, you know this guy. It's Tasia back with another command center save, this time against Life.
Those Zerglings, as you said, mostly fodder with the 2-2. Couple Baileys will take out the last few Marines. That third command center under a lot of pressure. The SCV's trying to dive on top of this. He will save it. More Marines.
From StarCraft to League of Legends at number 4, everybody should know by now, you should never gank Alex Ich.
They can take him down though from this one. As you said, he's not exactly weak on his own, and he dives in on towards Reckless with the unstoppable force. Reckless will not get away. And I tell you what, in a 1 versus 3, that's not a bad.
Counter-Strike comes in at number 3. That's my boy Shoxy's with his pistol ace.
Triple kill, in fact. 2 of them headshots, 3 of them headshots. Very good stuff. I mean, with an opening like that, it's really hard to lose around. There's the 4th one. There's the ace from Shoxy. He just killed every single player on Fnatic.
Scarlet shows that Zergs have landmines too. The barreled landmines blowing up and dominating all of the Marines against Bomber.
What we all expect to see with that kind of thing.
And now for your number 1 play, this one goes to Flusha. It's the grand finals of the Dreamhack Winter Counter-Strike, and here's an epic 1-on-3.
The bomb is kicking away. He's kind of zoned out here, and that's not good. He has to go back and get a headshot, and they're waiting for it. Get right as low. The bomb is being defused. Flusha gets the first kill. He sprays through. They stop defusing, and it's a 1-on-1. Flusha's out of bullets. 2 left. He goes down. Flaring, but there's no time. Flusha did it. Oh my God! It's gonna be 11-4. What a round!
All right, that's it for this top 5. For more top 5 action, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Major League Gaming.
Flusha making it happen. Well, we're about to wrap things up around here, but for those of you who are looking for more esports action, make sure you check out the following tournament.
That's right, lots going down this week, and the fighting game community has the Northeast Championship 14 to watch. Total Biscuit and Jenna Bain will be running another edition of the Shoutcraft America StarCraft 2 tournament, and the Dota 2 Champions League Finals will be streamed this weekend.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us here at the Esports Report. We're going to be back next week on Thursday at 7 p.m. ET right here on MLG.TV.
That's right, that's going to do it for this show, but stay tuned. Right after this, we have the exclusive trailer for the upcoming movie, Out of the Furnace. It comes out this Friday. We'll be seeing it. You should too.
See you guys next week.
He's tough. Makes me want to jump in there with you. See who walks out. You gotta be a good boy and take a dive.
I just need the money.
Boy was always trouble. Ever since he was a little kid. Come work at the mill. There's nothing wrong with working for a living.
I gave my life for this country. But what's it done for me? What's it done for me?
They haven't been able to find your brother. It's a whole nother world. And the own breed of justice, and it does not include us. They aren't gonna look for Rodney? No.
He's a good man, so save him.
He hunts those mountains.
If the locals knew why you were here, then you'd be leaving in a body bag.
Ronnie Baze's brother. I ain't leaving without him. We're gonna get one shot at this guy.
Forgive me my sins, O Lord, the sins of my soul.
We're brothers, and we're all we got.
Out of the Furnace, rated R, December 6th.